hope you don't mind me asking, like, could you give a bit of background information, like why you first chose guitar, and like how old were you and who taught you, sort of thing? No YouTube videos back there, I guess, were there?
Yeah, right? Like, yeah. No YouTube videos when I was 12 or 20. 25? Yeah, fuck. So, I got started on guitar when I was 5, and I didn't really pick it. It was like, well, I kind of did, but my dad, he played bouzouki, which is a Greek instrument. And so we grew up in a household, we always, are you taping this whole thing? Man, I hope your editing skills are awesome. Oh, you're going live, awesome, live! So I'm 5, and the whole thing with music at my house is just it was on all the time, and my dad played Greek music, and Greek music is very emotional, and back then it was all political songs from the 40s. My dad knew 500 of them, and the funny thing is about music is it's supposed to be emotional. So my dad could pull out a bouzouki, and it was like Elvis was in the building, and he could sing a song and make people laugh, and he could sing another song and make people cry. And I thought, man, this music is a powerful tool. So, and he thought, and I thought, if I played guitar, then I could kind of accompany him. You know, so he wanted to make a band with his 5-year-old. But he, and I asked for an electric guitar when I was 5, and we were a modest family, like not a lot of money at the time, so, but he still bought me an electric guitar when I was 5. I could barely hold it, but, and eventually broke it, riding it down the stairs. That's a true story. And then they fixed it, and I kept playing, and I found out the whole Elvis thing, because we watched Elvis Presley movies together, and I learned 4 chords, and I could play like Teddy Bear and Blue Suede Shoes. So one day we were at a Greek wedding, and my dad was like, hey, why don't you get up and play? And there's 400 people there, because it's a big fat Greek wedding, and I'm like, no way, dude. I don't think I said dude, actually. I was 8, and he talked me into getting up, and he talked the band into letting me get up and do my little Elvis Presley set, and that was it. I was just, and again, there was no YouTube, so I mean, I didn't learn anything from YouTube, but you couldn't also like go to YouTube and go, 8-year-old playing Elvis songs at a wedding. Go. You couldn't do that. You just picture 400 people in this place going, who's that kid? And what's he doing? This is crazy. So it kind of set it up for me where I, became this when I was 8. No. But that whole thing that's the guitar, and that's why I picked the guitar, and my dad kind of helped me, and I went from there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was too long. I'll try to keep it shorter. Anybody else? Okay, good. Dan!
Okay, question. You use your guitar with pickups, most of them like that one, for example. With thick neck, use big action, use big strings. Most guys, lots of guys are playing heavy rock genre and with fast licks in their playing. Thinner necks, thinner strings, wave bars, humbuckers. What led you to like an SG type, a junior type format, kick strings?
That's a good question. I always liked the junior, and I have a theory about one pickup guitars and how even if there is a neck pickup in the guitar, even when it's not on, the magnets are still pulling on the strings. So it's kind of interrupting the vibration from this point to this point, or this point. So when you have one magnet yanking on the strings, it's like a truer sound. I feel like it's more harmonics. And the other thing is too, is everybody remember Fretted Americana videos?
No.
Well, I played 500 guitars. And out of all those guitars, it was always like a junior or an SG junior, something like that, that really, I connected with. So I went to Framus, and I was at the factory, and they said, what do you want? And I go, I don't like any of your guitars. But you got a Warwick Jack Bruce limited edition bass in the showroom, and if you turn that into a guitar, which is this, I would play that. And they were really cool with that. And they asked me, well, this is my dream neck. and it's thicker. I'm a bigger guy, so I feel like an SG is a toy, so they made it a little thicker for me. And this is a 59 neck, a little wider at the nut. This is a nut for all the non-guitar players, right here. That's a nut. Don't get any ideas, it's just a nut. All right. And then, and that's basically how this happened, but I always knew there was a majesty when it comes to P90s, but there was something, I wanted a little more, so I went to a builder, Arcane in North Hollywood, and I said, how can we make it different? How can we give it a little more fire, but the clarity and angst remain? And he said, well, we could wind it a little more. See, I lost all these people here. We can wind it a little more, and then, but use a finer gauge wire. So he did that, and I stuck it in, and it was fucking awesome. So that's how that all happened. And I truly believe the best home for a P90 is a slab of mahogany. Because even with a maple top, sometimes the little bright, a little brittle sounding. So this is basically my dream guitar. And everybody asks, what's the number 6? Somebody asked, what's the number 9 on your guitar for? I was like, what are you fucking looking at, man? Because the number 6 was, again, the Elvis Presley reference, where there was a movie, Spin Out, and his race car was number 6. So that's been my favorite number since I was 6. Fuck, that's... I'm sorry, I just realized that right now. I'm fucking not kidding, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna play something else. There's a new song on the new Drills record. How many of you got the new Drills record?
Yeah.
All right, did you get it signed yet?
Hoping to today.
Fuck yeah, man, that's why I got a marker. I mean, that's why she's got a marker. So this is called No Woman of Mine. It's the easiest song to portray as just a guitar and a voice, because I wrote it as like a blues song, which was an answer to a lot of my fans or YouTube demographic saying, how come you don't play blues? And I'm not a big blues fan. I'm generally not blue, and I'm not trying to overcome slavery or anything like that, so which is where it came from. But keep it real, dude. And then so you'll see, I'll do some of the licks that I do on this recording. It's how I would do blues, which is more of a Zeppelin when the levee breaks kind of thing, but I throw in my Greek kind of vibe as far as note choice goes, and then I also incorporate different voicings and a drone, which is very bouzouki. Like bouzouki, they go. That kind of thing. So I kind of incorporated that into my playing. So this is called No Woman of Mine. Oh yeah. Blue big bad hole in my head with a small hand gun. got totally lost. There's usually a band behind me when I do that, and I thought, I just went, left. Well, thank you. That's most of it. Partially. You know what they say, give 'em